Hi, this is just a short video just showing you how I crop feed some baby finches. Now these guys, they were kicked out of their nest probably about, it was about a week or so ago now. So they were probably in their nest probably a couple of days, and then they got kicked out, and now I've had them out and I've been feeding them for about a week. So they're not babies, but they're still very small. Okay, so what do we actually use? A crop needle. This is, if you've got one, it makes this so much easier. It's got a rounded end here so that when you put it down the bird's throat into their crop, it doesn't damage anything on them at all. Now there's different sizes of this. This is a size 14. That's probably about the smallest I would use, mainly because I have got smaller sizes. It goes up to, well, basically the bigger the number, the thinner the needle is itself. It goes up to an 18, which is really small, but I find that is too small for actually using the formula. It just clogs up and you can't actually get it in to the syringe and then down into the bird itself. So size 14 I think is good. If you've got very, very young birds, I'll probably try and use the 16 if you can. Mainly purely because the size of the knob at the end, it's going to be hard to actually put it down sort of in their beak and get it down into them. Okay, so what do I actually use? The formula itself, that's it there. The brand itself, I've cut that out. It's called NeoCare. It's for feeding babies from basically day one right the way through to their weaning. Being finches, they use very little food, so you don't have to worry too much about going through it really quick. You don't need much at all. Little container here. As you can see, that's about all I use to feed 3 babies. So simply put that in there. Now I get some, I use hot water. The water itself is basically as hot as I can, well, basically as you can put it in your finger. So it's coming straight from the tap. It's not boiling water, but it is hot. Now that's one of the tricks, I suppose, with feeding babies, particularly any finch. The food that you're feeding them needs to be basically hot. Almost the hotter the better to a certain degree. Now, with that, I just add in some water, sort of mix it around so it becomes a really runny sort of mess, I suppose, which needs to be to get sucked up into the syringe. Now with this hot water, I actually set the container, because that's only a small amount in there, it can go cold really quick. So by just having the hot water in the bowl and then putting the mixture, setting it in the bowl, it keeps it warm for the babies themselves. Now to have a look at my little guys, as you can probably hear them now, they're ready for a feed. And they know what's coming. And as you can see, they're already ready and raring to go. Oh, gotta be careful that they don't jump off. Now, one of the reasons I use the cloth is purely because on the bench surface here, it can be slippery. And they can, as you can see now, they're getting quite mobile and they'll jump around all over. Now to feed them, I simply suck up a bit of formula here. And because these guys are used to it, you can see and I push a little bit down their throat. As you can see now, his crop is pretty full, so maybe a little bit more and it'll be done. So it's as simple as that. With these guys, they know what they're doing, they're waiting for it, and it's as simple as that, and they take it very simple and easily. Now, one thing to be very careful with is that you don't overfeed them, sort of, as in, and that's it. So nice and simple. Now, as you can probably see with these guys, you can see their crop is very full now, so they're more than happy, even though they're still complaining about wanting to be fed. They've had more than enough. So as you can see, yes, very full crop. Still complaining, saying he wants to be fed more, but no, that's enough for him. Okay, at this stage these guys get fed probably about every, well, it's about every 3 hours, I suppose. I need to clean out their little nest here, but they're quite happy in there, and yeah, ready for the next feed.